few news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, we have an update about WHO's executive board's secret ballot. Today, a meeting of WHO's executive board was due to be held, where a secret ballot was due to take place to nominate new WHO head. The secret ballot happened. What was the result? Who has been nominated as the head of World Health Organization? Secondly, viewers, we have an update from Berhale front. Berhale is in a far region. Tigray forces are trying to take control of Berhale. They are in Abala, in Magale, in Arabati as well. They have entered reportedly. What happened on Berhale, where we have heard some reports that TDF has been pushed back on this front, some updates from this front. And lastly, two video clips for you. One video clip is an indication of the plight of Tigray's health care system. It's not that Tigray is facing only one problem, that medical aid is not entering Tigray. Tigray hospitals are facing other problems as well. We have this video clip. And lastly, a video clip from Dupti Hospital, which is in a far region. It is coming under pressure as well, as the number of patients is on the rise, and due to ongoing fighting on Tigray Afar border, the hospital is receiving lots of patients. It's under pressure too. Now, firstly, viewers, we have an update from Geneva, where a meeting of WHO's executive board was held today. The meeting was held to nominate new head of World Health Organization. Dr. Tedros Adhanom has been leading this organization. He wants another term. A secret ballot was held today. 34 member states are part of executive board of WHO. And just an hour ago, WHO's executive board made the announcement that Dr. Tedros has been finalized as the head of WHO. So he is being nominated. After secret ballot, he has been nominated as the head of WHO, World Health Organization. Now, in May, a meeting of WHO's member states will be held, and in the upcoming meeting of May, Dr. Tedros's nomination will be reviewed. Dr. Tedros ran unopposed. There was no candidate to challenge him. So we can say that he is going to lead WHO for the next 5 years, it seems so far, because there is no candidate to challenge him so far. Ethiopian government tried to stop his renomination by sending a note verbal to WHO, but WHO's executive board set aside Ethiopian government's note verbal. Dr. Tedros, it seems, is set to lead WHO for the next 5 years. Now, secondly, viewers, Berhale front. Berhale Voreda. Tigray Defense Force has been trying to move towards Berhale. This is the third TDF offensive on Berhale since the start of Tigray conflict in November 2020. We have been monitoring this front since November 2020. Third attempt by TDF to take control of Berhale. What is happening there? Well, to the west of Berhale is a mountain range. Mount Asada, Shahi Gobi, other high mountains are to the west of Berhale. And TDF tries to capture these high places, and from these high places, it tries to move towards Berhale. It could not take control of Berhale in the past. It carried out some shellings, but it had to retreat from Berhale. Same is happening now. What we have learned from the ground views is that fighting is going on for the control of these high places. TDF is trying to move towards Berhale, but so far it has not been able to enter Berhale. Reportedly, it captured some areas to the west of Berhale, then it moved toward the foot of the mountains to move further into Berhale, but it could not. There was fierce fighting there, and TDF had to retreat. So Berhale is not under Tigray Defense Force, it's under Afar control. Once again, TDF has not been able to take control of Berhale. It has been pushed back, but TDF is still in control of Tigray areas. It's not that Afar fighters are in Tigray, no. So far, they're defending Berhale and they are in defensive mode. They're not in Tigray's territory. They are in Afar and they are trying to defend Berhale. So far, they're defending Berhale. TDF has not been able to enter Berhale so far. On the other front, Abala, Meghalaya, and Arabati, here TDF has made territorial gains, and both Meghalaya, Abala are under TDF control. It has entered Arabati as well, reportedly. Now, lastly, was two video clips for you. First video clip is about the plight of Tigray's healthcare system. It's an explanation of the situation, that it's not just medical aid which Tigray needs. Tigray is in need of much more to treat the people who are in need of medical treatment in Tigray. Second video clip is from Dupti Hospital of Afar, which is coming under pressure because fighting is intensifying on Tigray-Afar border. Thousands are being displaced, viewers. We should not neglect civilians who are being displaced from Abala, from Meghalaya, from Arabati, from Berhale. So thousands are being displaced. Some civilians could be injured too, obviously. That is why Dupti Hospital of Afar is coming under pressure due to the number of patients which has increased. What are the two video clips? Thanks for watching.
I think, first of all, it's important to recognize that since 2020, the Ethiopian government has given no budget to Mekelle University and to the hospital, which is owned by the university, which is supposed to be a federal institution. It's like, to them, it doesn't exist anymore. So there's no salary, there's no budget. So people who are going to work are just volunteering. The problem they have is they have to eat, they have to have transportation, unless they live close to the hospital, and they have to provide for their family. And even going to work, what can they do? There's no supplies, there's no equipment, and I think if I can just to add on to something, fixing the healthcare system needs an infrastructure of the society to function. The average 88% of the population in Tigray lives in a rural area. The patients that come to the clinic, the average person travels more than a day, and they usually spend 100 birr to get to the hospital. That's why there are many of these inns around the hospital, because people have to come in the day before.
ህጻናቶች አሉበት በመጋሌ በኩል በአባዓላ በየደርጂ ሁሉም ግንባር ጦርነቱ ይሄ አሸባሪ ቴሮሪስት ቡድን ይሄንን ጦርነት ተጀመረ ቆይቷል። ግን አሁን መንግስት ጦርነቱን ስምምነት ባደረገበት ሰዓት ላይ መልሶ እንደገና ሀገራችንን ወሯል። 40 ኪሎ ሜትር ወደኛ ገብተው ትናንት ጦርነት መንግስት አመራሮችን ታግተዋል። መንግስት አመራሮችን ቆስለዋል። መንግስት አመራሮችን ግለሰቦችን፣ ህፃናቶችን፣ አዛውንቶችን፣ ሽማግሌዎችን በሙሉ በዚህ ጦርነት ቆስለዋል። የሞቱ ሙተዋል። መጣበትን አላማን